this is Cody at frontierlife.net. I'm going to shoot an extension video today for the Jemmy Fletcher book, Tyrant's Road, so stick around. So if you're reading Tyrant's Road, you'll know that as the pioneers on the Oregon Trail moved further west, they eventually ran out of trees. Right now we're actually on the banks of the North Platte River. This is right where the Oregon Trail wagons would have went. And as you can tell, there's lots of trees today. But these wouldn't have been here historically. So as the pioneers moved further west, they still needed to make campfires to do lots of their chores around camp. So I'm going to show you what those fires would have looked like and make a real buffalo chip fire. Now, a buffalo chip fire would have been made the same way that lots of fires would have been made in the 1840s. And they would have been made using the flint and steel kit. If you want to know all about this, I got videos on my channel where you can see how to make a flint and steel fire, how to make the char and all that. We're not going to focus on that today. The other material that you need is a buffalo chips. And that's what I got here. And these are real buffalo chips. There's a buffalo ranch not far from town. And I was able to get some. So yeah, I'm just going to show you what it looks like to burn a buffalo chip fire. So the first thing I'm going to do when I make this fire is I'm going to take some of these buffalo chips here. I'm just going to break off a little piece to try to get expose some of that stuff kind of on the inside. So I'm going to have this. This is going to be my kindling of sorts, I guess. And then I just take my flint and steel kit. Get some char. That's been my experience that with buffalo chip fires, they're not going to take off like a wood fire would. So they're just going to kind of more smolder, kind of like this one is doing. So it's going to take quite a bit of air to get it where it will catch, and then we'll add some more buffalo chips. All right, so here you can get kind of a close-up of this kind of coal, I guess you'd call it, or ember. And you can see this thing's just kind of smoldering. When I blow on it, though, I don't know if you can see all those embers in there and those coals in there, but I'm just kind of keeping those alive. And yeah, this thing won't go out now. So there you can see we kept blowing on it. I actually got a little bit of a flame here. So now we're ready to just keep piling on the chips. We'll break them up into smaller pieces so that they can catch. And then we'll just let them smolder. So we've been working on this fire for about 5 minutes here. Blowing on it quite a bit, adding some more chips, and got a pretty good bed of coals here. Now, this is my experience with these, is that they're never really going to take off and you're not going to get a big flame. They're kind of going to smolder, going to be a little cooler, which in the grasslands of the Great Plains, you know, this would have been kind of an ideal fire. You can imagine Native Americans used these buffalo chips for fuel for centuries. And you can imagine a big, you know, out here in the grasslands in August when it gets dry and everything's brittle, how you know, a traditional fire made out of wood that would spark and things of that nature and get really hot, that would get out of control pretty easily. These kind of small, smoldering fires would have been much more ideal for somebody living in the grassland. So, yeah, this is kind of what a buffalo chip fire looks like. We'll keep working on it here for a few more minutes. All right, so we've been working on this for about 10 minutes now. Got a pretty hot bed of coals there. I just keep adding little bits here, like this, and it's getting pretty hot. All right, but it still takes a lot of work to get a flame out of it, but I'm kind of getting there. So I'm just kind of approaching it like I would a regular wood fire. Started with smaller stuff, and as it gets hotter, I add a little bit bigger pieces. Now, buffalo chip fire is a lot of work. You know, it'll make you appreciate a wood fire, that they just stay, their wood fires are just a lot less work. Now, pioneer women, there we go. Now, pioneer women, they did the cooking chores. And so they were the ones that were dealing with these fires every morning and every evening. And at first, a lot of the sources say they kind of turned their noses up. Get smoke in my eye. That they kind of turned their noses up at the fuel, but it didn't take them long to realize that this is what they had to work with, and that they were going to be working with buffalo poop, cooking on buffalo poop. So they eventually got over it, and that was what they used for most of the trip west. So that's what a buffalo chip fire looks like. Thanks for watching this Jemmy Fletcher extension video. After watching this video, hopefully you better understand what the camp scene would have looked like, what the chores of the women would have been like on the Oregon Trail. You know, what mountain man campfires would have looked like, what Native American campfires would have looked like during this time period. Lots of buffalo chips were burned for fires because it was the only fuel on the Great Plains. So it's Cody from FrontierLife.net. Thanks for checking it out.